Hello everyone, welcome to day 13th of December Leetcode challenge and I hope all of you are having a great time. Without much ado, let's look at today's question. Today's question is consecutive characters. In this question, we need to identify the power of a string which is defined by the maximum length of non-empty substring that contains only one unique character. Let's try and understand it by an example. Here the string is given to us as lead code and we need to identify the maximum length of contiguous segment containing a single unique character. For example, the single unique character L exists at a substring of length 1, E exists at a substring of length 2, T exists at a substring of length 1, C exists at a substring of length 1, O exists at a substring of length 1, D again at 1 and the last D again at 1. So the maximum length of substring of unique or single character is 2 and thus it becomes the answer. Pretty simple and straightforward. We need to identify the contiguous segment containing a single digit only that lies in this input string and we need to return its maximum length. Without much ado, let's look at the presentation that I have created for this and let's get started. So let's start the slideshow. I know this is a pretty simple question and apologies, I am doing it pretty late. In the morning, I was quite busy with some office work and I went through the question, thought it's pretty simple and straightforward. I believe most of you will be able to do it by yourself, but then I am doing it now for the sake of consistency because consistency only leads to success. Consecutive characters, lead code 1446, and let's take one example. Let's take the example of lead code itself. What do we need to do? We need to identify the maximum length of the segment containing the single character that exists in this lead code. So let's start the iteration. What do? We are at the first character of length. The first character is L, and we initialize the max value to 1, assuming that this is of length 1. Let's proceed ahead. Starting from index equals to 1 goes up till the last index. And what do? We check whether the current character is equal to the previous character. It's not equal to the previous character, so the current length get reset to 1. Let's proceed ahead. Next we see again an E. E is equal to the previous character. We update the current length to 2 from 1 and max also gets updated to 2. Let's proceed ahead. Next we see is T. T is not equal to E. It's a mismatching case. We reset the counter to 1. Let's proceed ahead. Next we see is C. C is not equal to T. Reset the counter to 1. O is not equal to C. Reset the counter to 1. D is not equal to O. Reset the counter to 1. E is not equal to D. Reset the counter to 1. So after the complete iteration, what is the max value that we have got? The max value that we have got is 2 and that becomes the answer. Pretty simple and straightforward. Time complexity of this approach is order of n, where n signifies the length of the input string and the space complexity is constant time. We are not using any extra space. Let's quickly walk through the coding section as well and let's conclude. If my length is 0, I return 0. Otherwise, I go and create two variables, max length and count. And both are initialized to 1 because at least we will have one single character. Let's start the iteration starting from 1 up till the length of the input string. If my current character is equal to the previous character, I increment the value of counter. Otherwise, I reset it to 1. Once I'm done with this, I compare the max length with the value that is currently held in count, and I pick up the one which is higher in value. In the end, I simply return the max length variable. Let's try this up. Accepted. The time complexity is order of n. The space complexity is order of 1. This brings me to the end of today's session. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for viewing it. Have a great day ahead and stay tuned for more updates from Coding Decoded. I'll see you tomorrow with another fresh question. But till then, goodbye.